Is it?
Yes, sir. Perfectly audible.
Okay. So, thank you, Professor Orpan and Professor Suganta Nashkar for allowing me to share my view on the topic in this afternoon sessions on innovation and IPR. Okay, so as you all know that innovation and IPR uh, is, okay, let me I think this screen is visible now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the beginning of history of innovation and IPR uh, is a long history, but formally the first IPR was patented in India in 1856, which is a pankha pulling machine. That is a mechanical, as you know, this tal pankha, all of us used to have uh, when there was no electricity, particularly when the country was unelectrified, that is the summer season, that is the only resources for us. Now with electrifications and all, the importance of this, what you call this, pankha. But as you can see over here, by George Alfred D. Penning on 3rd March 1856, and this pankha the machines, before that it was all hand pullings, okay, by using the ropes and all. So that is by hand pullings, and the government offices and all having these people called khalasis and all. They are their job is to to by using the hand rope to maintain these air circulations. Okay. And that was mechanized, and the first patent was given to Alfred D. Penning. And it's on 3rd March 1856. You can see over here. And he established a farm is called D. Penning and Penning, the first IPR farm. So the exclusive rights were guaranteed on 2nd September under the legislations of 28 February 1856. So that is the history which can be traced in our country, and this is taken from this online news magazine, IP Web, Innovation in India, India Innovation Index, and Limelight Visualizations of Indian Economy. Okay, so as you all know that yeah, we are a developing economy, and till today our manufacturing contributions to our overall GDP is considerably very less. By and large, I'm not telling exactly the figures. By and large, we are still an agricultural economy with some contributions from the service sectors. Okay. And if we can see the employability of our youths and adults, it is very much apparent that a developed, a ongoing developing economy require a lot of infrastructure developments. And to happen, this infrastructure developments, these professionals and engineering and technology engineering college required to produce a huge number of degree holders, supervisors and technicians to match with the development taking place in the country. But we can witness that in the core engineering sectors like mechanical, civils, and electricals. So these three disciplines are very much important for a developed and a developing economy to match with the what you call this these participations of manufacturing in the country. And the GDP contributions reflect that these sectors we are still lagging, and there are a lot of ambitious projects taken up by Government of India to support our youth toward innovations and startup and entrepreneurship development in our country. And as you can see that our engineering colleges and all, so we are getting the students at the age of 18, and they are passing out our portal, say by if the undergrowth is both BTech and master degree courses. So on an average, when they are passing our portal is at the age group of 25 to 26. So from say 17, 18 to 25, 26. So this is the youth, okay, which normally enter into a higher and technical education portals, and they passed out with the adequate graduate attributes, okay? And these graduate attributes, and now we all talk about the outcome-based attributes, because as a country also we are a partner, signatory of this Washington Accord. So we have this National Board of Accreditations, and our curriculum framework are thereby aligned with this outcome-based, okay, which fulfill these graduate attributes. And Washington Accord say there are 12 undergraduate attributes, okay, and by and large, or NBA also comply with these attributes, so that our pass out acquire the 21st century technical skills, okay. And since we are not that manufacturing economy, rather the contributions of our engineering graduates and postgraduates in the service sectors is more, and that is manifested by the employability of our pass outs in the field of computer science, data science, artificial intelligence, and machine learnings. Okay, these are the new evolving areas is coming up, and majority of these sectors deal with IoTs. Okay, that Internets of Things. And by and large, we are contributing substantially through these sectors. Therefore, we, as a country, to become a developed nations, we need to have more impetus on innovation and startup. Okay, so we started a patent with 1856, and therefore, to meet these objectives in our new education policy also 2020, given a lot of flexibilities toward a pathway toward innovation, startup, and entrepreneurships, leading to generation of IPR in our higher education institutes. And toward this end, that AICTE in 2019 has come up with the National Innovations and Startup Policy 2019. Okay, and so that policy emphasized that the higher education institute need to add one more dimensions in addition to the conventional activity. What we normally do as a part of our curriculum activity, we put our students, final year or pre-final year students, for the internships or trainings during summer vacations in the summer part of the country or in the winter vacations for a duration invariably 1.5 months, normally 45 days, more or less like that, so that our student can have some first-hand idea that how they acquired the knowledge, skill, and attitudes during the course of their curriculum study, how they can they can use the in the industry, or what the industry standard, okay, how the industry standard is being employed in the manufacturing sectors, okay. And so that is a part of the curriculum frameworks, and the AICTE Innovation and Startup Policy gives a lot of flexibility to our students and as well as the faculty members toward innovation and startup and entrepreneurship leading to IPRs. Okay, so what is therefore is necessary that in our curriculum framework we have a student project. So instead of a student project, we have holistically look into the student project so that the student project give birth of an innovations, and that innovation has potentials for IPR generations, and if it could be properly incubated in the institute, so that may lead to a startup and entrepreneurship. So in addition to the training and placement activity, that is from sixth or seventh semester, invariably in the country, the higher education institute, majority of the technical institutes, invite industries and help students for getting employment in this industry through our training and placement cells. So in addition to training and placement cells, this NISP 2019 advocate that the institute must have a innovation and startup policy, which is location specific, which is need based, and which is also befitting to the requirement at that point of time. So it's not a rigid startup policy of the institute. It's rather it's a dynamic policy of the institute, so that the institute can mitigate the local requirements by having a innovation and startup policy in line with the AICTE NISP 2019. Hello?
बोल
Okay.
तो इससे दूर रहना रोड से।
So that will help us, not only our students, but also our faculty member to toward innovation and innovation startup and development of employable skills leading to entrepreneurships amongst our students, staffs, and faculty members. Okay. So therefore, as a technical institutes, we are all governed by these AICT regulations, and AICT regulations talk about these outcome-based curriculums. Okay, and these outcome-based curriculums, we have an aspect of student project, what we normally call the capstone project, and the capstone project is a stage. It is normally spread over the final year of the final year of the course curriculums, comprising of 2 semesters, where the students will be getting the opportunity to apply their knowledge, skills, and attitudes what they have acquired in the previous years of study. So supposing in a BTech course, it's a four year of duration. So the students are given, the curriculum is so that about 10 to 15% of the credits are allocated to sociology and what you call the humanities and social science. Another 10 to 15% of the credits are allocated to basic sciences, and another 10 to 15% is on basic engineering sciences. Okay, so the remaining 40 to 60% of the credits are allocated to the course engineering subjects. Okay, so therefore we need to cover the aspect which are required for seeding the roots of innovation and startup in our students through the interventions of these curriculum interventions. Okay, so the students need to expose not only to the core area, which is the domain skill, but also the skill on innovation, startup, and the finance. Ultimately, startup and entrepreneurship is a business, and the business will succeed only if it makes profits. Okay, and it will perish if it lead to losses. Okay, so therefore, not only the technical aspect of the innovations is required, but also we need to expose our students toward the other aspect of entrepreneurships, finance, and all through these curriculum interventions. And the students will be given these 2 semesters, okay, where they will be allowed to utilize their knowledge, skill, and attitudes toward developing some product, toward developing some process, or toward developing services, which are of course useful to the say nearby community. Okay, so the people, the nearby community where the institute is situated, they will be able to know that how they are benefited because of the contributions made by the institute toward the community development, toward the society development, and at large at the block level, say at the panchayat levels, and so on and so forth. So, and if it is happen, then the country will eventually be self-reliant in technology, because as you know that we are a country demographically having 65% populations of our youth are in the age groups of 16 to 35, and this huge chunk of youngsters at the age group of say 18 to 25s are always available with the higher education institutes, and and we can utilize them toward innovation, startup, and entrepreneurships, and can develop our homegrown technology. Unless and until we are capable to develop our homegrown technology, we will not be self-sufficient, and that will not. How long we can purchase technology from outside? So we need to become a developed economy. We need to be self-reliant in technology, and where this technology will be incubated. This technology will be incubated in the engineering college, in the engineering and science and technology institutes. Okay, and that will lead to innovation. So any useful invention is, as a matter of fact, is innovations. Okay, the invention which is solving some of the problem of the society, however simple it is. Okay, however simple it is, it become an innovation. As you see that for an example, this mosquito killing bat. Okay, so all the technology is known. The transistor is known, the resistor is known, the capacitors is known. All component technology is known, but these components are designed in such a way that that a electronically device is capable of. So it's a innovative applications and a Taiwan patent. Okay, so so that you need not require a breakthrough innovations, breakthrough inventions in our educational higher and technical educational institutes. We require to develop applications with the available technologies. Okay, and that can be very much possible out of our BTech and MTech project, developing some product, process, or services which is useful for us. Okay, so how much we are expending in purchasing this electronics item, consumables items, so that can be homegrown and can become self-reliant. And this sort of activity, because we cannot have the student in our BTech or MTech program for an infinite period. So the timeline is 1 year. It could be at the most 1 year, 2 semesters in BTech project, and of course in MTech project, the student get 1 complete semesters for their thesis work. So out of this thesis work, if a product, process, or some services is developed and which is useful. Okay, so far we are writing papers out of this project work and dissertation work of our students, either it is BTech, MTech, or PhD. Okay, that is our motto. Now we require to shift this motto toward innovation, startup, entrepreneurships. Okay, so that the country, this educational institute can develop technology, homegrown technology, which is useful for us. Okay, let us meet our demand by developing such technology, and that is why this AICTE has given emphasis to have a innovation and startup policy in all technical institutions in line with the NISP 2019. Okay. Now, how we can have innovation and startup in higher education institute, I will discuss a little bit. Okay, as you know, this John Dewey is an American philosopher. He advocated this learning by doing models. Actually, what happened now, as you all know, that we in our classroom, this method of teaching, what we are doing, we teach theory in the classrooms and verify in the practice. But all innovations and inventions, it is the theory came later. It is the experimentation first, and the experimentations, the outcome of the experimentations lead to development of the theory. And John Dewey, learning by doing model, say that that we have to follow a project-based learning. It is also called the active learning. It is also called the problem solving. Okay, so that is the learning by doing model is to be applied in our student project. So therefore, so that it could be a capstone project. Capstone means something marvelous, something achieved out of the entire course of study. Okay, 3 years students have undergone your knowledge, psychomotor skills and attitude they have developed, and in the final year they are applying all their knowledge, practicals or psychomotor skills and the attitudes toward developing some product, process or services which are helpful. So they are developing something which is useful, either a useful product or useful process or systems, and that is what the John Dewey's learning and doing model all about. Okay, so identifying a need for a product, services, process or systems. So that is the part and foremost things. Creating a team and working effectively together toward common goals. Okay, so what is required? Nanto, हमारी এটা একটু দিয়া না জয়েনিংটা হ্যাঁ জলদি So identifying a need for product, services, process or systems, then as you know that that every product or every process or services is not possible from a from student project. It is fine, that department specific. But if the objective or the outcome of the project is to develop some product, services or process, so we require a teamwork. That is, we require a multidisciplinary setup. Okay, because not the for product it required the participations of students from various disciplines. Okay, so therefore creating a team and working effectively toward a common goal is very much. And what is this common goal? The common goal is development of some product, services or process which is helpful, which is going to solve some of the problems. Okay, so এটা আসছে এইটা বল রেডের থেকে ফরওয়ার্ড করে পাঠিয়ে দিতে তোমার জয়েনিং হ্যাঁ okay. So therefore generating a so once the project is identified, which the outcome of the project is development of a product or development of a process or modifications of an existing process, okay, or developments of software, system softwares, okay, then we require to create a team, what you call the creating a team and working effectively together toward common goals. And these common goals are product, services or process. Okay, then what is required? Then the team has to require. So we are doing a student project which is ultimately going to a capstone project, and the capstone project is either a development of product, services or a process. So that require preparing a project proposal. Okay, and in that project proposal, how the product, services or the process is going to be developed, that need to be detailed out in a design process. So the preparing of a design, okay? So then developing the product, service or process or systems, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, for the fifth, this is a fifth stage, okay? So once the development is done, then we have to test it against the standard. Normally we know that we have a routine test and type step. So it's required to develop a format. As I know, as I can say, I am electrical. So in the electrical systems, the routine stage is normally this double voltage, double frequency. Okay. So if the rated apparatus is to work on a 440 volt or 433 or 450 volts supply systems, we test it with 1000 volt. That is a standard practice. And test is again with a frequency of 100 hertz because it has to work on it. So that is it. So that therefore, what the product, services, or process are going to be developed out of this project, that for that a testing schedule is to be prepared. That is called testing the product, services, process or systems. Then ये तो technical part हो गया. Then we require in the creating, projecting, meaning these teams, we require people who will do examining the business viability aspect of the project. So that is ultimately वो बाजार में टिकेगा.
ठीक है, safe driving mode.
So examining the business viability aspect of the project. So ये हमारा स्टार्टअप एक्टिविटी इधर से शुरू होता है, बिकॉज जो हम प्लान किया है उसका मार्केट में वो उसका क्या डिमांड रहेगा. सो बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली these innovations and startup is developing the attributes so that students can start a startup. So therefore, examining the business viability aspect of the project is important. So in our sociology, humanities and social science aspect, our curriculum framework, we have allocated some 10 to 15% of the credit that I already talked. And within this credit, we have to offer courseware which will take care of the business viability aspect of the project. That is some aspect of finance, some aspect of business management and entrepreneurship is to be taught to the students in our curriculum framework within the allocated credits of 10 to 15% under the humanities and social sciences. So the preparing and delivering reports and presentations, as you know, those who are supervising the student project, this is a very important aspect of the project. So that part is obviously be there. So that is what it is. So when the students accomplish this job, so when they are passing out of the institute portal, when they are graduated with a graduate degree on completions of their course of study and acquiring the program's outcomes in terms of the graduate's attributes, okay? And in the project, they have either developed a product or process or services which are something great. So that signifies that something is achieved out of the student project work, and that is a capstone. So this is a capstone, okay? So this stone signifies that when we walk through this stone, this is a gate, okay? So something magnificent is there inside this gate, okay? The gate signifies that something great is is there inside the institute. So when the students will coming out of this, so they are having a cap, and that cap signifies that they have developed some product, some process, or some services which is helpful, at least to the people which are living outside the gate. Okay, so that will make a bridge, that will make, and that is the handholding of the institutes and community, and that handholding can be achieved through the student project, which will ultimately lead to a capstone project. And this project is solving some of the problem of the society, and that project has innovation for generating IPR. So this is how the IPR need to be generated in higher education institutes, okay, through curriculum interventions. Okay. So therefore, we require that how this innovation and IPR will come. We require to convert our student project into a capstone project. Okay, this require to convert our student project into a capstone project, and that capstone project will have potential for IPR generation. And this is very specific. Okay, so it is not a new inventions. Rather, it is applications of all technologies which are known to us, which are ubiquitous technologies, and coming out with a product, process, or services by utilizing these technologies. Okay, so therefore we need to understand the problem which the community, society, panchayat, municipality, local corporations, okay, state levels, country, and even in the global levels, and that can be solved within the institute through a student project, and that project has to be a capstone project. So how to do that? In order to do that, we require to do these following tasks. So because very limited times, okay, so you cannot have a BTech students for more than 7th and 8th semester. Similarly, MTech students will be your 3rd and 4th semesters. Okay, so it will be planned in such a way, in such a timeline, that the student can accomplish that work, within this time frame, and that requires forming a team, and the team need to be a multidisciplinary framework, as I already explained. Then this requires the performing the literature survey and patent search. Okay, that is very important. Okay, unless the team do this literature survey, they will not be able to develop the conceptual framework, and that conceptual framework will be coming from from a theoretical understandings of the problems, okay, which they are going to solve out of this capstone project. And the product or the process which they are contemplating, if there is already a patent is already there, then the entire exercise will be useless. Therefore, patent search will give is a search with the hope that no such product or process are available. So therefore, that is required. Okay. Then I already told that John B. A. model said that we need to have a project proposal, preparing a team, developing and fabricating the product. So once the design is prepared, so we need to now fabricate the product, process, or services. Then we need to develop a test plan to see the worst case situations. Okay, that what the limit of operating range of the instruments. Okay, or the product or process which we are going to develop. Then once we formalize this testing plan, we require a testing system, okay, for the product, process, or service. Then ultimately, we have to look at that the product, process, or services what we have developed, how it can be sellable to the market. That is the business, examining the business viability of the product, process, or services. ये जो एफर्ट हुआ है उससे क्या फायदा होगा, वो कितना सक्सेसफुल होगा, and the preparing of a final report. Okay, is it okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So our entire motto is required to be converting our student project toward a capstone project which does possess the innovation potentials. Okay, innovation means that something is something is developed which is useful for the community. The invention, if it is not useful, so it cannot become an innovation. Innovation is the useful inventions. Okay, so therefore the first and foremost thing is previous, as I told, it's the identifying a need for a product, process, or services. If we can do this, okay, so that is the crux of these problems. So the identifying a need for a product, process, or services. How can I do this? So ये इसमें गड़बड़ी हो गया तो कुछ नहीं होगा. So that is why, and it will not immediately come. It is a process of a kind of need assessment. Okay, a kind of need assessment and a kind of brainstormings. Okay, which are very useful in the management studies. Okay, so that kind of techniques are to be employed in identifications of the project topics. Okay, so that is, let us assume that a team has already been formed involving say 3 to 5 students drawn from various disciplines for developing some product, process, or services. Okay, because these projects are not discipline specific. That is thereby the institute has to it is institute specific. Okay, the institute as per its strength and weaknesses, as per its opportunities and threats, will allow their students to work in a multidisciplinary framework so that they can develop some product, process, or services, and thereby developing some applications. Okay, and if these applications is a new applications, a breakthrough applications, okay, or a leapfrog applications, so that are always welcome. But if it is a simple applications of the known technologies, okay, simple applications of the known technologies, that is also welcome. Okay. Now most of us, okay, so those who are having these what you call the PCs, okay, so the PCs in our home, okay, majority of us has this PC has a hard disk, okay, and this hard disk is now being replaced by a what you call a SSD, a static drive. The PC is a dynamic disk, okay, isn't it? Now, so therefore, the SSD is a newer technology, and the hard disk is an older technology, isn't it? You agree or do not agree? बोलिए. Hello.
Audible, sir. You're audible, sir.
No. Audible is on. So what I'm trying to explain is that we have hard disks, isn't it, in the PC or in your laptop, isn't it? You agree or
Yes,
don't
sir.
agree?
Yes,
Huh?
sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, and the SSD, SSD is a newer technology, that is a static device, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, but SSD is more faster than this hard disk, isn't it? So, if you want to speed up our computer speed, so it is not only the increasing the your RAM size, but it is the replacing our hard disk drive is a SSD. So SSD is a newer technology, and the hard disk is a old technology. Okay, isn't it? Now, will you throw these hard disks? Will you throw these hard disks? Question is, yeah, yes, I have replaced my SSD by a hard disk. Now, so hard disk is a new technology, and the SSD is a new technology, and the hard disk is a old technology. Okay. So how we can use this hard disk, which is released from the older PC by replacing with the SSD? These hard disks can again be used as a hard disk drive, okay, with a USB port. So we require to have another electronic card, okay, and that is available in Amazon's and this Chinese make or from Taiwan's, and that the plenty of this is a range of say 300 to 500 degree and the 500 rupees, and you can still use this hard disk as a portable storage device. Okay, so therefore this is a technology, and this kind of technology we are purchasing from outside. Okay, and therefore this kind of product can be developed. Okay, and you have seen that again the setup box, earlier it was a analog setup box in the televisions, isn't it? Now this analog is replaced by this what you call the digital, and for this digital you require the HDMI port, isn't it? So now you will see in the Amazon and these Flipkarts and others, okay, there is a technology has come that you can convert this analog signal to digital signal, the digital signal to analog. That is, the old device can be used with the newer technology by a VGA to HDMI converters. 250 rupiah. Okay. Or from your HDMI to VGA converter. So these are the technologies which is a bridge between immediate old and new versions. Okay, so one part is analog, the other part is digital. So the VGA to HDMI or HDMI to VGA converter that can. So these are the ideas. These are innovative ideas, and and these firms, these Chinese, Taiwan, Singapore, and they are earning millions of dollars. Throughout the world is the captures. They captured this market by developing this kind of. So we require. So these are very innovative ideas. I have given two examples. You have seen this mosquito blinker. Now you can see this Chinese scale removers, fish scale. Okay, a BLDC motor say 500, 300 rupees. So normally what we have to do, the snail, okay, the snail or the spoons or knife is used to remove the scale of the fish. Okay, so instead of this, so the fish market starts say from 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Okay, so the 5 hours you can have a hand operated USB charge, BLDC motor driven fish scaling. Okay, and it will automatically by a motor driven. So what is the technology? All these technology is known, and it's a kind of innovations. So therefore, the identification of project topics means we have to keep it mind that this has to be within a semester, within maximum 2 semesters. You cannot keep the student more than that. So therefore, think simple, innovative ideas that the project team can implement. I have given 2, 3 examples on this aspect. Therefore, it is solving some of the problems. Idea has to be very innovative. It is simple, which is doable. Okay, think simple, innovative ideas that the project team can implement, because project team has to work on it for around getting a 6 to 8 to 10 months. Okay, with semester breaks and everything put together. So this kind of project need not require a original research work. Okay, rather it addresses specific problem, issue, or concern in the field of study. That is more important. Okay, so these are the in order to have a innovative work in institutional framework, where we'll be getting out of the curriculum framework and the BTech programs or the MTech programs. I'm not talking about the what you call the PhD thesis, which is indeed a what you call a original research work. Okay, PhD will not be given either it's a original research work. But here, the project work, you require to have to use to apply all the known technologies. Okay, original research work is welcome, but that is not the idea of the student project, which is spread over only 2 semesters. Okay, either a BTech or MTech project, because large number of students we are getting for this graduates and postgraduate study. And if you can properly utilize these students toward innovation and startup, we can improve our contribution of GDP in the economy by developing the self-sufficiency in technology to some extent. Okay, to some extent, because unless the higher education institute participate in innovation and startup, a country never be self-sufficient in technology, because the science and these are science and research institute are very limited. CSIR, DST is are very limited, and they do the majority of this institute with the original research work. Okay, so the applied research work toward development of product, process, and services need to be happen from the higher education institute involving our BTech MTech students. Okay, therefore, it does not aim at an original research work, rather it addresses specific problem, issue, or concern in the field of study. So that is what it is. Okay, we need to solve some of the problem which our immediate community outside the campus is facing. So what we need to do, we need to consult with the local panchayat, local municipality, and local markets, community and all, to identify what kind of problems they are facing, and we can come out some simple innovative ideas. Okay, with the known technology. I am emphasizing these things time and again, so that original research work is always welcome, but that is going to development of or writing of paper only in the index journals. So that will not solve the country's problems until we bring it to commercializations. Okay, so that is what is. It tests the understanding of the core concept, that is the quality of students, what we are producing out of this capstone project is not only this development of product, process, or services, but this is a testing ground that that how much teaching, learning processes actually happen in developing the graduate attributes in our students, so that it tests the understanding of the core concept in the field of study and required learner to apply them in current situations. So whether they are capable enough to apply the graduate attributes, okay, what they have acquired in the process of their undergraduate or postgraduate study in the campus. So that is a testing ground, okay, testing range. The soldiers are trained for firing in the testing range. So the capstone project is line rigs, okay. So you have given the 4 years through a outcome-based curriculum. You have the students were there in a teaching learning environment for 4 years, and how they have performed, how they are capable to apply their knowledge, what you call psychomotor skills and attitudes, what they have acquired, how they are applying these skills in developing certain product, process, or services by using the available technologies. Okay. Okay. If the breakthrough research is always outcome, original research is always, but that is not expected in a BTech MTech framework. So we expect that they are supposed to solve some of the problems of the society, developing such product which has potential for innovation and potential for startup. Okay. So therefore, the identification of the project topic is very, very important in capstone project or the student project, which has potential for innovations and IPRs. So therefore, it required to choose a project which passionate the team members. Okay. So the team member like to do work on it. Okay. Choose a topic which passionate the team members. The topic should be narrowly focused and carefully defined. The topic should be narrowly focused and carefully defined. The team member must have willingness to demonstrate independent skills and become competent in new disciplines. Okay. And become competent in new disciplines. Okay. A topic which was previously thought but could not be investigated can also be thought of. Okay. So a topic that make use of team members' work experience. Okay. Work experience in addition to academic interest can also be thought of. So these are some of the ideas, okay, which can be pursued. So how to do about it? Okay, so the development of project idea can start in many forms. One is the copycat forms. That is, suppose a company, a product has immediately a patented product has launched in the market. Then what the competitor do? The competitor develop the similar kind of product without violating that IPR at with more attributes and less cost. So that is and this kind of products are called the copycat product. Okay. So in mobile, you see the camera. Some is giving this this much of pixels, and these are the attributes of this. Okay, the battery hours is more, the pixel is megapixel is more. Okay, so cost is less. Okay, so this kind of products are called the copycat product. Okay. So this is the copycat product. That is, the copycat product means there is developing a similar kind of product with more features, less cost, like that. Then piggybacking. I have given this one two example that if you are piggybacking means there is a old technology and the new technology. So we without discarding the old technology device which is based on old technology, we can use it. Okay, we can use this by piggybacking. Okay, so one example I have given that you have this, you have a what do you call this HDMI to VGA converter. Okay, you have a lathe machine, conventional lathe machine, capstone lathe, and you can make this lathe to a CNC machine. Okay, the CNC machine is a newer technology as compared to the conventional lathe. So we can mechanize this lathe. Hello. আরে আমার কথা ছাড়ো, মাথা হয়েছে ওইটাই দেখো, সেতে আমাদের কি হবে, ওর তো পরীক্ষা রয়েছে না। So piggybacking is the combining the old technology with the newer technology. So devising some and the combined ideas means there are 2-3 technologies. So develop a product with combining these 2-3 technology put together. So I will give you one example. Then Leapfrog is a more advanced versions than this breakthrough. So a student project toward innovation and IPR can be thought of broadly in these 5 areas. Either it could be a copycatting product, can be a piggybacking product, a product based on combined ideas, on the leapfrogs, or through a breakthrough. Okay. So as I already spoke on this, that the copycat is the first out of the gates product which receives competitions by later competitor who refine the product and improve an idea to make it cheaper. Okay, so that is the copycat product. Okay, then the only thing is it is to be careful on patent and intellectual property right for the copycat product. Okay. Then it is piggybacking, that is building onto an existing technology. Okay, so one technology, a newer technology is coming. So the renewed functionality of a technically obsolete product through integration of add-on of a secondary device or component is called the retrofitting. So this is a normal capstone lathe and this is a CNC machine. So without discarding a lathe, we can add on this functionality by hardware and software integrations and can convert it into a CNC machines. That is the piggybacking ideas. Okay, so analog and digital devices. Okay, so as I given this example, the HDMI to VGA converter, okay, is an example of this piggybacking. Okay, this combining idea, it means this is a blanket. So the you can use this build, putting together 2 ideas to a new one is the combined idea. The Snuggies, so this is called Snuggies, is the mutation of a blanket and a rope into a blanket with sleeves. Okay, so instead of having a blanket, we can have a Snuggies and made up this blanket with sleeves, and it's a you are replacing. So the rope is a technology, blanket is a technology. Okay, so you are combining these 2 technologies together and come out with a new technology which is a Snuggies. Okay, so that is how. So this type of innovation can happen, can be thought of. Then the leapfrog. So that is use of low-cost decentralized technologies such as solar light for electrification of remote inaccessible villages in place of grid-connected power lines. Then mobile phone in place of landline and satellite TV in place of local transmissions. These are the leapfrog. That is cost-effective solutions. Okay, so this is what a leapfrog is. Then we have breakthrough. That is new way to use technology that are different from earlier art. Email, internet, personal computer, 3D printings. Okay. So these are the breakthrough technology, emerging technology, okay, which are being used. Okay. So therefore, we can have this what you call this this kind of the idea, this kind of project idea we require to. So in the project team formations, we have to discuss this and this topic, and and we can choose either we are going to have a copycat product or a piggyback product or a leapfrog or a combined idea product based on combined ideas, or a leapfrog product or a breakthrough areas. So these are the various stages of technology. Okay, as we know that we are in the midst of industry 4.0 and 5.0. That is, the technology started with materials and mineral sciences. Okay, and so we have achieved the material and material extractions. Okay, and that material, so it was that is the technology, how the technology was developed. Then comes this, after material it comes the energy. So the energy based technology, this electricity, the steam engines. Okay, so using this material, that is we have massive industrializations because the material is known, material extraction technology is known, then energy is known, and electricity was developed out of, so that's become a energy. So it gave birth to industrial revolutions, what you call the Manchester revolutions. So the energy, so the material-based technology, then it comes the energy-based technology, isn't it? But as a result, what happened? The long bridges were constructed. Okay, the bridges were constructed based on factor of safety. Okay, because we know the material extraction technology, we know the energy, the electricity that help in developing the long bridges. Okay, so for 1 ton, 10-ton bridge, we designed it for 100 tons. Okay, that is so the 10-time factor of safety. So what happened? So the second generation technology, so even we have developed it with huge factor of safety, the bridge collapses because we have not considered the system engineering. Okay, so the third generation technology is based on the system theory. Okay, the concept of stability was incorporated in the design, engineering design, project design. Okay, so that is the age of what you call the system and control and instrumentations included in the engineering and technologies. Okay, so therefore we could develop a optimal structure. So we shifted from the factor of safety to the concept of optimality, and the same bridge was designed with half of the materials because we take care of the system stability of the structures. Okay, using the system engineering concept. Okay, and in the fourth generations of technology, we have included the information communications technology. Okay, so so that help us to control 30 hydroelectric power stations from a central place in Canada through a crew member of 7, because that has been through instrumentations and controls. We have been able to monitor in a master and slave mechanisms. So that is the era of informations and communications were included, integrated with the systems. Okay, and now we are converging towards these IoTs, including IoTs, artificial intelligence, and what you call these the machine learnings in the systems. Okay, so that is how the technology is developing, and these are all these stages of technology that given birth to a copycat product, is given birth to a piggybacking technology, then it's a giving birth to technology based on combined ideas, leapfrogs, and your what you call these breakthroughs. Okay, so that is how. So therefore, holistically, this what you call the supervisors, project supervisors, that is the faculties. It is our primary duty to apprise the project team members the scenario where we are and how to develop a innovative product, process, or services. Okay, being in the scenario which is transforming to industry standard 4.0, industry standard 5, that is lot of IoTs. Okay, artificial intelligence included in the systems. Okay, so therefore we advocate that it require a brainstorming, okay, within the group, and not only the group but also inviting the stakeholders. Okay, inviting the experts. Okay, to help out our project team, which is multidisciplinary, toward identifying a project topics. So, and this is a management tools. Brainstorming is a management tools which is used for problem solving and decision makings. Okay, so it's a process of developing a creative solution to problems. So it is said that in Canada's during the winter sessions, okay, the Canada, most of these electricity needs are mitigated through hydroelectric power stations, and these are located in the hilly areas where and this power is transported from these generating stations to the grid through the high voltage transmission lines. And during winter session, there is a lot of snow deposited on these transmission lines that creates huge sag, which is beyond the permissible limit, and that sometimes create the breakdowns and disruptions of the power supply, leading to power cutoffs and load sheddings and all. And therefore, the utility is disturbed. Okay, the quality power could not be assured. So that that problem was discussed in a brainstorming sessions. Then how this problem could be solved in a session. So this problem was posed before a brainstorming stem, and the idea came that the polar bears, okay, this transmission line areas where during these winter seasons, these polar bear remain hibernated, okay. And so they remain always hungry because there's no food, and because of cold it could not come out. Okay, so if we can place the meat, okay, pieces of meats okay, chunk of meat in the top of the tower, then the polar bear will be will be raising these towers, okay, and while they will be going up on the top of the tower in order to eat that meat, there will be a lot of vibrations, okay, and because of that vibrations, the snow will be fall down, and that's way we can clear the deposited ice or snow in the power lines, and power service can be improved. So that is the idea came up. Okay, then the problem remains that how to put or how to keep this chunk of meat at the top of this transmission tower. Okay, then the solution come that if this meat, pieces of meat can be placed in the top of the tower by utilizing helicopters. Okay, so while these problems were discussed in the brainstorming session, that lead to the solution that we neither require to place the meat at the top of the tower, rather if the helicopter is flown over the deposited transmission lines, and because the vibrations of the helicopter blades, the ice will automatically fall. Okay, so neither the meat nor the polar bear is required for this purpose, and that is called a classic example of coming out of a problems from the brainstorming sessions. So that is why it is a process of developing creative solution to problems. Okay, so it tends to improve team performance. That is obvious. It focuses on a problems and come out with as many solutions as possible by pushing the idea as far as possible. So, so in a brainstorming session, the problem is posed, and the brainstormer think about that problems, okay, and they come out with the possible solutions. Okay. So it not only generate new idea, but also develop and define one another ideas. So that is the purpose. So the brainstorming rule is no criticism. Do not criticize one another ideas. This will ensure team member to generate unusual ideas. Okay, come up with as many ideas as possible. Out of box, wild ideas are welcome. Greater the number of ideas, the most likelihood of winners. Okay. Then gather the participant from as wide a range of disciplines with as broad a range of experience as possible, by bring many more potentially creative ideas. Okay. Write down a brief descriptions of the problems. That is what it is. Then the leader would take up control of the sessions. Okay, there shall be one rapporteur, initially defining the problem to be solved with the criteria that must be met, and then keeping the session on course. Okay, use the description to get everyone mind to zoom in the problems. Okay, post the description, encourage an enthusiastic, uncritical attitudes among brainstormers, and encourage participation by all members of the teams. Okay, so they write down all the solutions that comes to mind. Do not interpret the idea. Okay, in the first, do not evaluate the idea until the session move to the evaluation phase. Okay, so these are some of the rules. So do not censor any solution, no matter how silly it sounds. Okay, the idea is to open up as many possibilities as possible and break down preconceptions about the limits of the problems. So that is the idea of these brainstorming sessions. Once the solutions have been written down. Evaluate the list to determine the best actions. Okay. So the participants of this brainstormer will come out with the solutions. Okay, and this solution is to be written down. So the problem is posed. Now we get the number of solutions from the team members. Okay, now we have to evaluate that how these solutions can be implemented. Okay, so evaluate the list, determine the best actions. So that is called the post brainstorming activities. Okay, after the brainstorming session, the team member have to evaluate and qualify the idea generated. Okay, so the qualify the idea generated means the one we have to now a criteria. Okay, so the criterion based solution. So we'll find the criteria, and this criteria will come from the what you call the strength, the internal analysis of the institute. So that is the strength and weaknesses of the institute and the external opportunities and threats. Okay, so that will give us a developing a criteria that what we can do and what we cannot do. Okay, so that is and qualify the idea generated. So the device standard for evaluating and revising the collected ideas. Okay, so and this collected, when we qualify this criteria, we have to develop a weighted criterions. Okay, and how each of these solutions fit into this criteria, that has to be. Now, if it is a very complex problems, then there are always called the analytical hierarchical process. Okay, but that need not required in the may not be the required in the student project or which is going to be a capstone work. But however, the management literatures, it is already there that how to have a criteria based solutions through an analytical hierarchical process. So we can have a criterions, that is the device standard for evaluating and revising the collected ideas, and what these ideas fit into this criteria, we can take the best one out of it. That is how we can have select a project topic. Okay. See how many ideas fit the criteria. That is what I'm saying. So how to devise this criteria? This, if it is a simple, then it is not problems. Okay, but if it is more complex, then we can have this criteria or what you call this analytical hierarchical process. That is a tools to discuss. So discuss method or ways to develop and prioritize these ideas. Okay, some idea might need to be set aside for future considerations. Okay, so this is the phase in the beginning of transforming the raw idea into product, services, and process development. Okay, so that is how we recommend that that student project need to be transformed into a capstone project, and that capstone project may be either in the copycat area, either in the piggyback area, either based on the combined ideas, either based on leapfrog and breakthrough, okay, breakthrough ideas, which are going to develop some what you call this some innovative product, process, or services, and we can prioritize this idea based on management tools. That is, posing the problem, finding the solutions, n number of solutions, then fit into these solutions into a criteria-based mechanisms. Whenever required, apply a analytical hierarchical process and find out the best solutions. What normally in management literature is called problem solving and decision making. That methodology is, so how the student will turn again in the curriculum framework, we have 10 to 15% of our credits allocated to what you call this humanities and social sciences. Okay, so this kind of tools, okay, वो सब MBA का कोर्स आपको उधर नहीं चाहिए. So we have to keep in some of the tools which make our students ready for taking up the entrepreneurship and startup. Okay, and this is some of these tools. Okay, brainstorming, then your SWOT analysis, and the AHP. Okay, I think a little bit of this is need to be taken as a part of the undergraduate curricula. So that will give us, in addition to the finance. Okay, so what is angel funding? What is viability gap funding? What is and other types of fundings is there. So I will not be discussing this aspect. Otherwise, it cannot be done through this. The financial part are left to because because that is a very important part of moving toward startup. Because without money, nothing is possible. So here we are giving a lot of emphasis on the idea generations. Okay, how the project can be conceptualized and and also feasible. Okay, the feasible means in the institute level, what is the strength of the institute to do this project, student project? What the internal weaknesses of the institute while carrying out this project? Okay, what is the visibility of the institute in the outside market? Can your institute will compete with IIT or NIT in terms of innovation and startup? So that is the external matters. Okay. So like this. So this is the beginning of transforming a raw idea into a product, process, or services. So this aspect need to be taught in the curriculum framework, so that will help our students to take up a project which has potential for innovation. यहाँ तक ठीक है? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so the next part
Yes, sir.
is I will now going to this. So thereafter we require this part I have not included over here. We require that once we have project this idea is tentatively decided, we need to require a SWOT analysis in terms of internal strength and internal weaknesses, and also in terms of external opportunities and threats. Okay, some examples I have already given to see that the idea what is generated out of this brainstorming and applying these problem-solving decision-making tools is indeed feasible to execute. Okay, so the SWOT analysis, उसमें पैसा कौन देगा? जो प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट वो इंस्टीट्यूट बियर कर पाएगा ना, स्टूडेंट को घर से लाना पड़ेगा. तो ये सब मामला है ना. वो अगर इंस्टीट्यूट देगा तो अच्छा प्रोजेक्ट बनेगा, नहीं देगा तो कहाँ से होगा? वो सब तो इंस्टीट्यूट का आपका इंस्टीट्यूट का अपॉर्चुनिटी एंड थ्रेट्स में है. इंस्टीट्यूट इनोवेशन एंड स्टार्टअप में क्या बाहर का सीआरएस फंडिंग मिलता है? इंस्टीट्यूट का अपना शेयर 1% है ऑफ द एनुअल बजट. ये NISP 2019 में है. ओके, द इनोवेशन द इट्स every educational institute have to keep 1% of their budget expenditure. The annual budget expenditure जो पिछले साल हुआ था, next year में उसका कम से कम 1% जो बजट प्रिपेयर कर रहा है for the next year, उस बजट का 1% जो है इंस्टीट्यूट इनोवेशन एंड स्टार्टअप में खर्चा करेगा. ओके, एंड नॉट ओनली दैट, इंस्टीट्यूट विल seek CSR, corporate social responsibility funding, the alumni funding. Okay, funding through your venture capital, funding through your angel funding in startup and innovation. Okay, then your taking up support from Department of Science and Technology, CSIRs and all, DRDOs, RDSOs. These are the Department of Biotechnology, Department of, we have Indian Council of Agricultural Research, those who are doing in social science and all, Indian Council of Social Science Research. So there are a lot of government funding agencies, but it's a that the government that more importance is to be given to seek fund from the outside agencies or not. Okay. Now we understand that if we go by this, then during our through our this undergraduate or postgraduate curriculum, we will be capable to develop an IPR. Okay. Now how this IPR can be protected. Okay. So as you all know that the intellectual property is a category of property that include intangible creation of human intelligence. So we know that movable and immovable property, because all of us give the in the month of January this immovable property return. Okay, आपका हाउस कितना है, आपका लैंड प्रॉपर्टी कितना है, क्या आपका फादर से या लीगेसी प्रॉपर्टी है क्या नहीं हो, या आपने खुद खरीदा है, ये सब डिटेल आपको जमा करना पड़ता है तो विजिलेंस रिक्वायरमेंट के लिए ऑल गवर्नमेंट्स एंड दिस व्हाट यू कॉल दिस गवर्नमेंट और so we are very well, and आपका बैंक बैलेंस क्या है, आपका ornaments क्या है, this is all movable property which can be immediately sold out to meet the exigencies. Okay, but the intellectual property is the intangible creation of human intelligence. ये हमारा मस्तिष्क का फसल है. तो इसको in terms of copyright of world no, but the patent culture is started in our country now. So it was many of our thesis and project, student project have value for IPR, but that was not a culture in our country. But 2019, the AICTE 2019 policy say the institution also support in acquiring this IPR if it was developed out of your student project, either undergraduate project or degree project. So that kind of support is also available. Therefore, it is of paramount importance for all of us, which those who are in the teaching learning process, to acquire this IPR, intellectual property right through. So these are both internationals and the territorial. That is the country where this innovation has taken place. You can have a patent right, you can have a copyright, you can have a design rights, you can have a artistic rights of this kind of creations. So, so if it is a music, if it is a painting, it is a photograph, it is a cinematograph, it is a literature writing, literary work, or it is development of some product, some process, okay, some design, some algorithms, okay. So all these can be brought under, and that is what we exactly do as a teacher in the teaching learning process. But the Indian culture is not to show. So that is why we many of our work remain unpatented here and there, because we never give such impetus. But now to become a developed economy, we require our own IPR, okay, own technology, which must have our own right, and your self rights, students' rights, institutes' rights, okay, collaborative research outputs can also be patented. So therefore, intellectual property is a category of property that include intangible creation of human intelligence. And when I talk about to protect this right, that is called the intellectual property right. So IP and IPR is meant that the It primarily encompasses idea, innovation, technology, creation and discoveries, artwork, music and literature, invention of word, phrase, word, symbol, drawing, design, paintings, and photographs. Okay. It become valuable in tangible form as product. Okay. It is a commercial application of imaginative thought to solve technical or artistic challenges. Okay. So literally artistic and scientific works, okay, performance of performing artists, phonograph and broadcast, okay, inventions in all field of human endeavors, scientific discoveries, industrial design, okay, trademarks, service marks and commercial names and designations, okay, protections against unfair competition and all other rights resulting from intellectual activity in the industrial, scientific, literary, and artistic fields. Okay, so these are IPRs. Then we called it the industrial property. That is, that includes patent and innovations, trademarks, industrial design, geographical indications, and the copyright. Okay, so it's altogether the IPR is given a 1 semester course, but in our purpose for designing for the student project purpose, we need to require that what are the provisions we need to under which we can have these protections. So if it is a innovation, so then that can be patented. So the trademark, industrial design and geographical indications, and the copyright includes literary works such as novel, poems and play, films, musical work, artistic work such as drawing, painting, photographs and sculptures, and architectural design. Okay. Then, as you know, this patent is an exclusive right granted for invention, which is a product or process that provide a new way of doing something, okay, or offer a new technical solution to a problem. So it will be non-obvious, okay, and it will be innovative. It need to be what we call the, it need to be novel and non-obvious, so that it can be. That is the process, that is the step and stages are not known a priori. Okay, there are no prior knowledge of it, so that will become non-obvious. And the novelty, there are 3 kinds of novelty. One is called the absolute novelty, relative novelty, and the local novelty. So according to that, this patent is to be given. So the patent gives the owner the right to exclude other from making, using, selling, offering to sell for a fixed period of times. In our country, we have the 20 years of patent right. So other cannot do making, using, selling, offering to sell for a fixed period, other than the owner of the patent, who is the original inventors. Okay, original inventors. And that is innovative. So it is an obligations of the patent owner to disclose valuable information about their innovation to the public, so that public can contest. Okay, if do not contest, then the owner will get the patent right. Okay. So as you know that in different country different. So our country it is 20 years. Patent is granted for a fixed, generally in years. Okay. Patent provides incentive to individual or group by recognizing their creativity and offering the possibility of material reward for their marketable inventions. That is obvious. Then incentive encourage innovation, which in turn enhance the quality of human life. Okay, it is also obvious. So the trademark means it helps the consumer to identify. Maruti is a trademark, Tata is a trademark, like this. And purchase a product or service based on the specific characteristics and quality as indicated by their unique trademark. Okay, so that in short, by looking at the trademark, one can be rest assured the quality of the product. Okay, so it is usually a combination of one or more letter, word, letter, sign, symbol, drawing, color, three-dimensional sign, etc. So these are trademark. Okay, trademarks are registered with Trademark Registration Office. Okay, the owner of a trademark may pursue legal action against trademark infringement or counterfeiting or both. Okay, so that is the trademark. The TM in the letter, okay, TM, the trademark symbol, which is the letter T and M in superscript for a unregistered trademark. Okay, SM, the service mark, which is the letter SM in subscript, superscript for unregistered service mark. Okay. The R, the letter R surrounded by a circle for a registered trademark. Okay. So it protects then we have the industrial design rights. So the industrial design rights, so we have a act, okay, Industrial Design Act. So it protects the visual design of the product, okay, its ornamental aspect of appearance. That is the visual aspect. It manifests itself in shape, configurations, or composition of pattern or color, or combination of pattern and color in two-dimensional, three-dimensional features, surface finish, and so on. Okay. Generally speaking, it is what makes a product look appealing, and as such, it increases the commercial value of goods, etc. Okay. So it is a sign of, then we have this Geographical Indication Act. So these are the IPR Act. It is a sign that identify a product as originating in a given place. Okay. So many places, Kanjivaram sarees, okay, Darjeeling teas, okay. So like this, okay, it is a sign of identity, a product as originating in a given place. Okay, so we call the Nilgiri teas. Okay, like this. So in various places, the product, the place. So the place is important. Okay, the quantity, the qualities, characteristics, specialties, and reputations of the goods and product are essentially due to the place of origin. So in many parts of the country, we have specialized product originating from that place. Okay, and that is why we have this Geographical Indication Act. Then copyright, all of us know in teaching learning, it is a legal right that grants the creators of an original work exclusive right for its use and distributions. Okay, this is usually for a finite times. Okay, the exclusive right are not absolute but limited by limitations. So after the limitation period, this right will not be there. And exception to copyright law, including fair use. The copyrights are automatic rights in that the protection is obtained by virtue of creations by the copyright owners. So it is obvious software algorithms are considered to be a form of expression of ideas and therefore are protected by copyrights. Okay. So then we have looked into this aspect. Then criteria. What are the criteria? The criteria for granting a patent is the innovation is new or novel. Okay, so that is one aspect. Belongs to one of the patentable subject matter or does not belong to any one of the non-patentable subject matter. The same thing in both in passive and affirmative and negative sense. Okay, does not belong to any of the non-patentable subject matter means belongs to one of the patentable service matters. Okay, the both way It has to be, okay? Has an inventory step or non-obvious, which was non-obvious means which was not the steps of developing that particular product or process was not known before that creation. So that is called and has an inventive step or non-obvious, okay, capable of industrial applicability or useful. So that is above all that the patent in what extent it is useful. That is, does it possess industrial applicability? So if it is useful, it can be patented. If it is not useful, it is a wastage of time. So the novelty of invention is therefore important. So three kind of. So it's called the relative novelty, is called the absolute novelty and local novelty. So I'd like to finish it shortly. So I am not going into it. I will share this with you. So that is what it is. Then the non-obviousness is very important. That is, the inventive step or non-obviousness means a feature of an invention that include the technical advance as compared to the existing knowledge or having economic significance or both, and that makes the invention not obvious to a person skilled in that art. That is, the steps involved in the inventions were not known to the person which is skilled on that area. Okay, therefore it has inventive step and therefore it is not obvious. That is non-obvious. Okay, and invention shall be considered as involving an inventive step if having regard to the state of the art, it is non-obvious to a person's art. Okay. So the industrial applicability means an invention is capable of being made or used in an industry, and it is the final requirement for patentability that is the patent must be useful. Okay, it is also the waste of resources of the investor himself herself, unless she can reap benefit profit of the patent, which would happen only invention is producing a useful results. Okay. So the patentable subject matters are the new and useful process or product or both. It could be a machine, an article of manufacture, composition of matter in any technical field, along with their new and useful improvement. Okay. So there are utility patents which are not there in our country. We have this design patent is there. It is granted for ornamental or external appearance of the inventions. It is granted on the functional aspect of the inventions, okay, which is utility patent do not give. So the plant patent is there. This type of patent is granted for plant variety made through asexual reproductions of the plant varieties. Okay. So then the patent search is important. It is a search for invention in the hope of not finding that invention. Then only it will be patented. The patentability search is universal. Okay, as invention cannot be boundary constrained. That is not, should not be country constrained. Therefore, but the patent law are territorial. Our law of patent may not be similar to other countries. So the computer database search is quick and relatively inexpensive. It is used for patent search. Then database searches are most useful for sophisticated inventions which can be described by precise well-known terms of art. No search will guarantee the patentability of the inventions. That is a caution. The object of the search is to make the reasonable assessment of the product for obtaining what will what you call the patent protections. Okay. Then the how to do, we have this, the patent search therefore reveal information about the patentable subject matter on its prior art, state of the art, patent validity and its expiration, legal status of the patent, infringement if any to avoid or to sue, opposition to the patent, potential partner for licensing in or licensing out, and in general about the patent family. Okay. So we have intellectual property law, which are territorial, that is, provide legal protections of ownerships for intangible items, assets to its inventors. It gives legal right to people to develop creative work that benefit humanity for its trade and business, thereby making profit and incentive. So we have Patent Act 1970 and the rules framed under is 1972 and amended till 2007, which when I prepared this, at that time it was up to this. The Trademark Act 1999 and the rules framed under this Act 2002 and amendment till 2007. Then we have Copyright Act 1957 and the rules 2013 and amendments up to 2021. Okay. Then the geographical indications of goods registrations and Protection Acts 1999. We have Indian Design Act 2000. These are our countries act which are territorial. The Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmer Rights Act 2001. So these are some of the acts which protect the intellectual properties. Okay. So therefore, this Patent Act, the salient feature is that Section 3, 4, and 5 provide information about invention which are not patentable. Okay. So the invention contrary to natural law is not patentable in our country. The invention related to atomic energy is not patentable. Invention contrary to public order or morality is not patentable. Invention injurious to public health is also not patentable. Invention based on traditional knowledge is also not patentable in our country under these sections 3, 4, and 5. Okay, invention of abstract theoretical knowledge is also not patentable. Okay. So then we have what we call the section 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 provide information for the steps involved in patent finding. Okay. So so this deal with how to find a patent. Okay. An inventor, he and her assigned or legal representative can file patent applications. Okay. Every applications for a patent for one item only. Okay. Then the foreign application to give undertaking to furnish information, if any, patent application filed outside India. Okay. A complete specification for the invention shall be filed within 12 months from the date of filing the provisional application for patent. Okay. Then the section 43, 44, 44, 45, and 46 provide information for patent right. Okay. If the patent application has been finally decided, the patent shall be granted as quickly as possible to the applicant. Okay. The controller publishes the patent and all documents related to it are open to public scrutiny. Then if in the case of demise of the patentee, the controller may suitably amend the patent by substituting the name of the deceased. Okay, that is provision is there. Every patent shall be dated as of the date on which the application for the patent was filed. Okay, not from the date it was granted. Every patent should be in the prescribed form and is effective throughout India. Also, a patent is granted for one invention only. Okay. Then, as per Section 13 of the Copyright Act, copyright subsists throughout India in the following classes of work. Okay. Number one, the original literary, dramatic, music, artistic work, cinematographic films, and sound recording. Okay. So as per Section 14, copyright means the exclusive right to do or authorize the doing of any of the following act in respect of a literary, dramatic, or musical work, not being a computer programs. Okay. to reproduce the work in any material form, including the storing of it in any medium by electronic means. Okay, to issue copies to the work to the public not being copied already in circulations. Okay, to perform the work in public or communicate it to the public, to make any cinematograph film or sound recording in respect of the work, to make any translations of the work, to make any adaptations of the work, etc. Okay, these are all governed by the section 22 say that this subsists for published work within the lifetime of the author until 60 years after his death. So that is a long period. As per section 23, copyright shall subsist for anonymously or pseudonymously published work for 60 years from the date of publications. As per 64, copyrights are subsist for 60 years from its first publications. Okay. Now let us look at the Indian Innovation Index. We say that as we have we are doing this hackathon, no? So this is the a result in 2021. Okay, when I prepared this, the India aimed to be the 25 countries in the Global Innovation Index. Okay, there are 7 pillars for assessing this. 5 enabling pillars measure the inputs. Okay, what are the inputs are given, and the 2 performance pillars measure the outputs. Okay. So, and in the enabling pillars, that is one is the human capitals, investment, knowledge worker, your business environment and safety, and legal informations. Okay. So these are the 5 enabling pillars. Okay. And the performance pillars are knowledge output and knowledge diffusions. Okay, so these are the 5 input to output systems on which this Indian Innovation Index, GII, Global Innovation Index, is do these performance measures of where India is a participating country. Okay, now this performance, there are 66 indicators. Which was increased earlier, it was 36, and which has increased to 66 in 16 sub pillars. Okay, so the 5 enabling pillar, 2 output, that is 5 input, 2 output systems, and these what you call these performance indicators are further subdivided into 16 sub pillars. Okay, on which this innovation, these various states are indexed. So this is shown that 28 states and 8 union territories were covered. Okay, the Karnataka ranked that is the first rank of 18.01, and your Chhattisgarh, what you call these, let us see, this, you have this, Nagaland is, sorry, this is for the state, and this is for the Himalayan states and union territories, where Manipur is ranked 1. Okay, and UT and city state, that is Chandigarh, is ranked 1. Here Lakshadweep is ranked 9. Here Nagaland is this. Okay, and this is the what you call these total countries. Okay, GII. The India in 2017 among 127 countries, India ranked were 60s, and among 132 countries, 2001, the Indian rank is 46. And the GII score was 36.4. So, so that is what it is, that as a country we are also performing, and that is what our aspirations, become a top 25 country in GII. Okay. So with this, I conclude my sessions with the quotes from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. That is, educationists should build the capabilities of the spirit of inquiry, creativity, entrepreneurial and moral leadership among students. You see, this entrepreneur is directly linked to these innovation and startup activities and became their role models. Okay, so therefore, we also need to contribute toward innovations and IPR. So although it is started eventually to become a developed nation, to become a third largest economy that we are envisioned by what you call this by 2029 or by 2030, say we need to have a very successful Make in India initiative, which has already been pursued, the startup and stand-up Indias and all, and vigorously complied with the provisions of NISP 2019, so that our graduate pass outs can have the incubation facility in the institutes, okay, through an incubation hub, and where they can incubate the ideas what they have worked with in their student project work, and become a successful entrepreneurs while availing this what you call this incubation facilities. Okay, so every higher education institute is supposed to have a incubation centers and help our student to become a startup. So in addition to our training and placement activities. Okay, thank you very much for your patient hearing. Now it is open for discussion for a few minutes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
Professor Sukanto is there or
I am here, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
so shall I stop now or
I think participants are not having any more question.
yeah?
So we may stop, and I request you to please share the material so that I
Yeah.
upload it so that the participants can access.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Any question from the participants? And the attendance link is on. You may please visit it. Thank you all. And tomorrow, as
Okay,
per
sir.
the schedule,
Okay.
we will
Okay, sir. Okay,
start
sir.
again at
Sir,
10:30.
thank you, sir.
Tomorrow, sir, we meet at 10:30.
Yes, as per the schedule.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Attendance link, sir.
Okay, sir.
Sir, yeah, today assignment timing is till 10
Till
p.m.
12 p.m., 12 a.m. midnight.
Okay, okay.
And
Okay.
attendance link is on. Please visit the website. I have shared with you all.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Sir, one question related to we prepared the
Sir, any link, any quiz for today?
Today's quiz will be uploaded tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, okay.
Sir, attendance
Okay, sir.
link,
Thank you, sir.
it is showing for day 5 only, sir, not day 6.
Day 6, day 5 showing, na? Let me just correct it.
Yes, sir.
It will be
Yes, sir.
day
It's showing day 5,
Day
session 2.
Session 2,
It
yes,
should
sir.
be day 6. Okay, thank you for letting me know.
Okay, sir.
So I have corrected it.
Sir,
Please
can
check.
you,
Sir,
can
I
you
have a
explain
question
the
That is
effect
correct.
of assignment?
Yes, sir, I have a question regarding the assignment. Like, as you have told that we have to submit a lab question paper for that evaluate the psychomotor skills. But I, being a computer science faculty and taking computer programming lab, I do not have any psychomotor skills except typing. I don't
No,
Can
you are
you
having network lab. It is
Uh,
quite impossible that engineering departments will not have any
yes, but I am not in charge of that network lab. I took
Sir,
algorithms lab and programming lab.
Sir, it's okay that you are not in charge, but what is the if you get extra knowledge, so is there any problem?
No problem. But
Sir,
I was
no.
thinking what I can do in psychomotor. Okay.
Please try to implement like this knowledge, whatever you have achieved from this training, for formulation of question paper of any lab which is having some psychomotor skill. Any lab. I'm just giving
Okay.
one example of
Hello.
network lab. It may be something else.
Hello,
Okay, sir.
sir.
No problem.
Can
Sure. Thank
extend
you.
the
Okay.
date of assignment
Hello, sir.
from 22
Day 6 attendance, morning session as an attendance.
Sir, may I ask one question?
Yes, please, one by one.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to ask. Today we have deadline for 2 assignments, right? Yes, sir. So should we upload the same in one single file or separate files?
Yes, single file. That is
Okay.
written in there also.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Clearly
And one
mentioned
tomorrow
that
and
please
one day after.
upload one file for today.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Both questions should be solved in sir same file.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Good
sir.
evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Sir, attendance link for
Today morning
Yep.
session, sir. Attendance
morning
link for
session,
today
sir.
morning.
Morning there
Morning
was
session,
no
attendance links
session.
for morning session, sir.
Morning sir आप present थे?
Yes, sir.
कब थे आप? हाँ?
Not there, but
Participants, listen.
There is no only
Sir,
quiz 1 and 2 and assignment in your screen, sir.
there was
No session in the
class.
morning.
Yeah.
hello, sir. Sir, whether we have to submit the assignment link for the assignment or we have to simply upload, because there is a submission link. You have we have got a tab in that assignment section.
Hello, sir. Can I extend the date of assignment till tomorrow, please?
Okay, you try. See, the deadline for assignment of today is like till midnight, and tomorrow's again tomorrow midnight. So see, it's assignment. If you submit, then I'm not going to get any benefit, right? If you do, it's your benefit. So try,
Hello, sir.
give your best, and try if you,
Hello,
if
sir.
you can solve all the problems.
Yes, sir. We will solve.
Thank
but
you,
just
thank you, sir.
one more time
Sir,
for
how to
So,
upload?
so
we
sir,
have to
quiz
upload
1
a
and
link
quiz
or
2,
One
it
by
will
one,
give,
please raise
give
your
me
hand, and
attendance,
one by
sir.
one, please ask the question. I'm muting everyone. Please raise your hand, and then one by one. Say, Saurabh Ghosh, please ask me what is your concern.
Sir, I want to ask that for the assignment, you have given the question bank to prepare for tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So, sir, for the 15 marks question, if I prepare 10 question, will it be fine, or I have to prepare more than 10?
No. You can have a distribution, sir. Like what
Yes,
a
I am
question paper
distributing.
happens. Say
15 marks, I'm
5 marks
making.
question
Yes,
and
yes.
15 marks. Or if you can prepare 15 marks 10 question and 5 marks 10 question.
Yes, I'm doing like that, sir. And I am also subdividing the marks. Means 15 marks, I'm dividing into 3 or 4 categories.
Okay,
5
so
marks, 2
it's
plus
up to
3.
you. It's up to you. And after
Okay,
you submit, I'll upload
Okay, sir.
so that everyone can see that how things are being done.
Sir, answer should be handwritten, or we can upload the Word
For
file.
assignment, it is open. You can like submit handwritten or typed. But for the practicum, it is handwritten only.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Popat Kumbhar. Popat sir.
Hello, sir. Good
हाँ
afternoon,
जी
sir.
sir.
I have started preparing the assignments. Only thing is that I wanted to know whether we have to upload as a link on the submission link.
In the submission link, upload the PDF file.
Okay. That PDF
Okay.
file will have to upload.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Komal sir, the Komal madam.
Yes, sir. My query is that only. I mean, today I can't upload any assignment, so just till tomorrow, if I can.
Okay,
If
it's
it is
okay.
open, then I'll upload tomorrow.
It's okay.
Yeah, all right. Thank you.
And Devanand sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Sir, is it uploaded in the MS Teams also?
No, MS Teams, we are not continuing because there is a security issue. So from the day one, we have discontinued the MS Team. That is why this website came. Okay, initially we planned that everything will be done through MS Teams, but as there was a huge disturbance on the day one, so we moved to Zoom as well as this website. Okay. So everything
Okay.
here.
So
in
where
this
to
website.
upload this? Where to upload this assignment, sir?
Sir, where you are seeing the assignment? Can you answer me this first?
No.
From
No.
where you are seeing this assignment?
No, I have not seen any assignment.
That's it. So you are not aware of the things what is going on here. So I am just repeating once more. Please check. So this is the website for our course. Okay. So here everything you will be getting. And the link, once
Yes,
again I
sir.
will post, and the link.
Thank you, sir.
They are in the Telegram group also. So you have to visit here. So you are talking about assignment. Whenever you click assignment, it will open. Okay, assignment as well as practicum is given. And here is the submission link. So you have to click and one Google form will open up. So here you have to fill the basic details and submit. So that's it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
The website link I have sent once again in the chat box. Please copy this and no other link you need to copy, only this one link.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
any more question?
Sir, should we have to prepare weekend or
One by one. Avtar Singh ji.
यस सर
हाँ बोलिए.
सर मैंने एक क्वेश्चन अपलोड किया है टेलीग्राम के अंदर आई थिंक उसमें सारे ऑप्शन सही हैं.
अच्छा.
हाँ जी सर प्लीज कैन यू चेक.
ठीक है, वो एक दो क्वेश्चन छोड़िए सर. एक दो क्वेश्चन में क्या आपका जिंदगी चेंज हो जाएगा?
नहीं वो नहीं चेंज जाएगा.
Answer like in the website there you verify that which one is correct or which one is wrong. Okay.
Answer are correct according to me. All answer are correct.
हाँ हो सकता है एक दो में हो सकता है. So I'll check.
Okay.
Hello sir.
हाँ दत्ता सर, सुचिब्रत दत्ता.
Sir, tomorrow and day after tomorrow's assignment we will submit using the same link.
Yes. So here I am keeping only one link so that there will be less confusion.
Okay, sir. And one more thing, for the 24th deadline assignment, it is again topics taught up to day 8.
Day 8 means what? 24th only.
24th. Yeah.
Okay.
It's at the end of 24th day.
At the end of the day. Okay. Gayatri madam.
Hello.
हाँ जी.
Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Sir, actually, I missed this one. I mean, sir, actually, I'm traveling now. So, can I submit these assignments tomorrow?
Okay, it's okay. Already.
So, thank you, sir. Yes, thank you so much.
Safi Kamal Rahman.
Sir, I want to ask in the assignment 3 and 4, you have to you ask some of the question for the question bank. So you have not given any limitation for the question. So how many questions, minimum, how many questions I have to?
It's up to you. If you can prepare 100 questions, I'll be very happy. Otherwise, 5, 10
100
questions.
is the...
Okay. 5, 10,
100 is
not more than that.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Riju Kalita.
Hello, sir. Sir, I have submitted assignment 1 as a Word file. So, do I need to resubmit it as a PDF file?
Okay,
sir?
or PDF, whatever it is.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. So, no more question, I guess. So, thank you all. See you tomorrow. And please try to solve the assignments by yourself only, so that you can learn something. Otherwise, the outcome will not be very positive. So, Raksarani Sandhya.
Sir, can I submit the assignment?
Okay, sir.
tomorrow?
Thank you, sir.
As I
Yeah.
have a family
Tomorrow
function
you
in
can
Har-
submit. It's okay for the assignment.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
But
sir.
attendance you have to submit right now.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.